Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Part-Time Sacramento. Here on table number one, and a lot of history on this table. I'm going to go over a couple things. Main one is be sure to like and share this post. Make sure you comment, like, so you can be entered into the Lucasi Q giveaway. So big shout out to Lucasi, Project Billions Q, my sponsors for sponsoring this little clinic. So it should be fun. Am I live on my personal or pro?
All of them.
Oh, live on all
Just making sure. Sound check.
of them. I apologize for the technical difficulties if there is any. It's my first time doing it, so we'll be better next time, I promise. So I can start right now.
I'm waiting to have this. On the live stream? Make sure you let everyone know you're doing live Q&A. So they can comment the questions in the post and then you'll answer it. You're good to go. And they can hear you. So.
Yeah. By the way, we will be doing live questions and answers. So if you have any questions in the post, feel free to comment. I'm going to have Melina Mike bring them out to me. He's on the phone, so I can answer all your questions in real time. So first things first. A lot of people always ask me, what's the number one thing you should work on? And it always goes back down to the fundamentals. The idea of playing good pool is to create as much energy into the cue ball with as little effort as possible. So it's kind of like a basketball player, tennis player. Follow through is huge. So if I'm going to shoot a basketball hoop, I throw my hand in the basket, or I follow through with my wrist inside the basket. Same thing applies to the pool cue. If you're shooting through the ball, you want to make sure you go through it. So a good measurement, a lot of people don't realize, is a very simple drill that I and it would be nice to have somebody either A, film yourself, or B, have someone measure how far your Q-tip actually passes. So very simple exercise. I usually start all my students with this. All stand up. And it sounds ridiculous, but it's really this simple. I just want to shoot this ball directly. Measure where my tip is. Here, my tip is about 5.25. And I can say it's about a diamond. That's my natural stroke. It's okay to be short or be jabby. But the idea is to measure how far you're going. And whatever you are, you want to extend it at least one diamond. So if you're always about a quarter diamond or half diamond, exaggerate your follow through. Really work on dropping it up and going through the ball. That's astronomical. It's such a simple exercise. It's so basic, but it's such an open part of the game.
There's no sound right now. But you need to speak up. No one can hear you.
Well, I'm speaking up as loud as I can.
Okay. All right. Well, you just got to speak up.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Yeah. All right. So, sorry for the mic issue. Anyways, the key is.
No, you're fine. Just keep going. Just a minute.
So yeah, following through, that's huge. I can always go over it, writing, showing people why it's important. Very simple situation like this. Okay. If I want to follow this ball 2 bushes, I have a short shot. I'm not really going to create like a topspin. Whereas I can hit it at a much softer speed with a good follow through. I'm going to generate a lot of rotation. Super smooth. You see how far I go through? I barely, honestly, I barely hit it. That's the whole idea of following through. That's lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, one of the most important things is bridge. A-OK, across. That's number 2. And there's certain situations that come up. Shooting off the rail is really important. A lot of people have no idea how to shoot off the rail. So I like to do this exercise with my friends whenever I'm playing. It's a fun, gambling game. It's called Taiwanese ring game. So I'll show you the rules real quick. All right. All on this spot. And start off head around, and then you have the option of pocket it. If I pocket it, I go on to the next side. To the next, to the next. And I keep going around the table with the ball continuing to the spot. And I can compete against my friend, I can compete against myself, and you have to go around it, and then you have to make it. So there's a lot of pressure in it, especially if you're playing with a friend. Because if they make 2 or 3 in a row, you have to catch up. So it's a good competitive game. I always encourage this game. After you play this game for about 10 minutes, shooting off the rail doesn't seem so bad. To me, this is one of the most fun exercises I can do. Taiwanese ring game. If you're looking for the rules, you can message me privately. I can always clarify anything. But the ball is always spotting, and you have to make it each time you can in the play pocket as well. So, in any pocket. The only rule is you can't scratch. So that's another great exercise I really encourage people to do. I'll demonstrate really quickly, just very, very quick, because it could take a little bit. Now on to the next diamond. Oh God, I bet you're not. Kind of skipped on the spot. Haven't done it in a while, it shows. But the idea is that every time you're here, you start adjusting the pressure. All these shots, these are all the shots that you have to use open bridge, close bridge. So in situations like this, you can't really open bridge. So you have to close it around. All these shots come up all the time, especially these. There's just something you should be really comfortable shooting over and over again. And if I go around shooting these balls in the corner, it should come naturally. That's a great exercise to start doing. I usually do it at least once or twice a week. And then I'm going to go over compact play. Compact play. I learned this in Russia from Coach Johan. Fedor Gorse is a huge practitioner of this one. And I'm going to show you how to set it up. Now this is a 16-ball exercise. We only have 15 balls in the set, so after I pocket the first one, I have to spot it onto the 16th spot. So we have 4 balls. None of them are on the rail, and they have to be within that line. So inside the diamond from the break box, that's the border. So it should be all here inside. You have to imagine 4 quadrants. So you get quadrant 1, so halfway, split the table in half and split the table in half. So 4 boxes. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. The rules to this game is breaking the line. If I'm in the middle, if I'm in the dead middle, I can shoot it to him. So quadrant 1, I have to pick which quadrant I want to end up in. So just, I like to get the ball off the rail first, and my cue ball must end up in this quadrant. Yeah, made that ball. Okay. Now, they call it compact play because you have to put your cue ball in tight locations. So now I'm going to do this. I can pick anyone. So I'm in this quadrant. And off we go. And I'll shoot. I'll go back into this one. I should pick this one or this one because I have 3 balls, 3 balls, and 2 on this one. I didn't make it on this side of the technical system, so I didn't break the line. If I'm hitting the line, then it's good. There, the exercise is saying I have to start over. That's variation number 1. This is the easy one. Variation number 2, I will demonstrate. Variation number 2, I must stay in the quadrant that I'm shooting into. So it's a lot more long shots, a lot more shots where you're jacked up over the ball, just longer distance shots. So you shoot into that quadrant and you must stay in that quadrant. You can get out of the quadrant and come back into that quadrant, but the cue ball must be in that quadrant. So let's say this quadrant here. So I'm going to shoot a 7 and I have to stay in this quadrant. So now I can pick any of these 3 quadrants. The cube won't have to end up there. So probably should.
You can't hear him. You know what I mean? He's talking, you can't hear him. All you can hear is the ball.
The pressure. So the final and third variant of this exercise is picking one square and staying in the square. This is torture.
Thanks, Dave.
The point of all these exercises isn't to complete them. It's what you're learning in the process of doing. So a lot of different skill levels. You're like a 300 to 400 Fargo. You should probably